Admiral, you said that there's going to be an investigation into the World Central Kitchen strike, and you're reserving the U.S.'s judgment until that's completed. But what's a reasonable time frame for that investigation to be concluded, and how regularly will the U.S. be getting updates on it?
I think, in terms of time frame, as I said in my opening statement, we believe an investigation can be thoroughly conducted in a swift manner. Now, what is swift? I think, obviously, we're not going to dictate a date on the calendar to the Israelis, but it's noteworthy that just before coming out here, I was informed that they have completed a preliminary investigation and are reporting that up the chain of command. That's good. That means that they've gotten some basic findings and some initial conclusions that they're willing to make. They have noted publicly that they were responsible here. So that's another reason to suspect that it shouldn't need to be a long, drawn-out, weeks-long investigation. I think something like this could probably be resolved in a matter of days.
On the strike in Damascus, does the U.S. expect Iran to retaliate, and if so, how?
Well, I can't predict what the Supreme Leader and what the IRGC will decide to do or not. I don't know in terms of retaliation. I assume you mean against the United States. Let me make it clear. We had nothing to do with what the strike in Damascus. We weren't involved in any way whatsoever. So the comments by the Iranian foreign minister that somehow we're to be held to account or that we're to blame is just nonsense. We had nothing to do with it. We will, as we always have, take our force protection very seriously to protect our troops and our facilities in Iraq and Syria. And as we have demonstrated in the past, as President Biden has made very, very clear through the actions he has ordered, we will do what we need to do to protect those troops and facilities.
And finally, if I may, just on China, you said that the two leaders made a commitment to pick up the phone and call each other when needed. I'm curious.
When's the next one?
No, I'm curious why it was needed now. Why not next week, next month? Was there a particular catalyst that they needed to have this phone
call? No, not at all. I mean, they met again in November, and the teams have been working a lot since November on fentanyl precursors, on climate change, on economic practices. So there's been, on artificial intelligence, there's been a lot of staff level work, and both presidents thought that now, a few months later, this was a good time to kind of check in with one another, see how that's going, discuss the future.